you. Thank you so much. I feel like Dean Martin. I look like Lee Marvin, man. Okay, this song is gonna, we're gonna... Elmer Fudd would say, we're gonna wrap it up. Okay. This is a song that's all about everyone's alter egos and all those other people.
New York Dolls will be appearing in Max's through next Monday night. And that concludes our show. We'd like to remind you that the New York Dolls will be appearing through next Monday night. Tomorrow night's shows are sold out. If you wish to see them again, you may come Monday and Sunday. I'd like to remind you of some of the upcoming performances of Max's in the next few weeks. Opening next Wednesday, August 29th, for 2 weeks.
No! Well, all right.
Oh, what a pal.
That's okay. It's okay. Have a lot.
Hey, Janet, man, take that furniture, man. Here.
Come on. Between the two of us.
It's real heavy, you know.
Between the two of us, girls, you know I love you more. I wouldn't rush down there, Janet. Stay with
And the drum board and stuff like that.
You get it.
Whichever spot waiting for me on stage.
I want that. That's the one who's chopping.
Oh, I have a bottle waiting for me.
So I got a baby snowsuit and a hat and a shirt of yours I saw was kind of cute.
Can I have, oh, okay. Can I have, I'll consider the proposition for you.
Barbara, you certainly do take the biscuit.
Store this bottle horizontal for you and then it'll store you vertically.
Oh, Johnny Button, oh yeah.
I think I'm leaving. This part of the room.
No, Jack, take me downstairs. Take me
Trying to
downstairs.
cut it up.
Take me downstairs.
Maybe you won't go downstairs.
Under a little bit.
That's what I said, man. I don't want to leave. Just leave it like that. Leave it like that. All right.
We need them open it.
I like the funky, bro.
Yeah, let me hit it. I was bump them up. You got 3 quarters? Yeah, dude. $70. I'll take it. Alright, let's go, you bunch of bad kids.
MC fucking Riotous.
What? And I love your shoes.
Is that on tape? As far as
Girls or something?
vocal?
Yeah.
Don't blame me.
No, I got him style.
How's everything going, Butch?
Butch, someone unplugged on my cables.
Oh, why did someone do that?
Because, I don't know, Keith wasn't standing around and watching.
You're supposed to find out.
He just got here. What?
No, that's...
No, it'll just be a couple of minutes till I get it together.
That's what they always tell us. You know we gotta be here for hours.
I'm gonna take his wife.
I'll come back up. Hey, Tony, how you doing?
Take his French maid. My French maid, my children.
Ooh, did she wear one of them little,
I suppose we're ready, Frenchie. No, not yet. Max is gonna come up and let us know.
Bobby Bongos
Okay.
Ready?
He's stuck it, Jack.
Oh, David!
Alright, that's it. Come on. One more time for the row. Oh, David. Can we get it on the wall when he gets Wait, open it up, right? And Jerry, when you open it up, leave it there. So what's this shit? What's this shit? It broke. David finally broke it. Let me see. You broke it? Let me see, man. Let me see if I can fix it.
You want me to fix it for you?
Right. Hey, man, you just been buying put some rat poison in your cocaine.
You saw he shot.
It's broken. That don't stop the kid. Wait a minute. Shit.
Alright. Now I'm gonna make up.
I'm getting out of here.
I'm gonna make up.
Let me edit his dumb. Come on, Rob.
You bad, huh? Shit, I should brought Miami.
Let me throw it away, Rob. Hey, Roger.
Throw it away there.
Throw it away. They ain't
Throw
going
it
no
away.
more. No.
What's in there?
Possible.
Quasi quasi. I'm quasi quasi. I'm gonna be cozy. Quasi cozy. Quasi quasi. It's cozy. Guys. It's cozy cool.
Let's go!
Come on, David.
I'm not coming on, man.
David's not doing the set, so you gotta sing it.
Just thinking.
Vinewood.
And I called everybody twice. Why should we wait down here and they always what we do? That's your fault. We called twice during the week.
Yeah, we came out all the way.
That's right. We came out all the way from the island. You know, well, you can ask me that too, but I made an effort to call you guys twice. I don't like for him to tell me that we don't have a reservation, but we did.
Want a new job? Are you on the right list?
How many times do I have to call? Four? I called twice.
All yours.
Yes,
Want to go to bed?
Berman, one name, and Malone. Two names.
Malone. Hey, check.
Berman, Malone, too, right? She didn't say.
I said Berman and Malone are the two names.
You need somebody to help see.
Yeah.
Okay, that's 722. That's all
Real
there is. Please,
reservations.
down the stairs right now. We got a lot of
If you don't have reservations, please wait outside 12:30.
What happens to 12:30?
And we're letting people who don't have reservations. No, not at all.
Could you see if Charters from the Cortez are on that? Cortez, oh, it's gonna see. Rich, all right, see it.
downstairs. Outside.
Wait, the 12:30?
Yeah.
How many? Buying for yourself? $3.50 per person.
People with reservations, about 5 more.
Please keep the line on your lap.
Hey, no pushing, man. Reservations, what's the name?
Okay, on that side of the room.
So that's the person that
That's 7. There you go. Step behind the red rope there. You'll be seated in a minute. Okay, I'll come in. Hold on, right. Just wait a second.
No, if you include them. No,
$7
Oh yeah, I think we're way over. Please keep to your left. Grab your fruit bags out, please.
I'm sliding on this and you'll be waiting.
Hey, Tony, what time?
I gotta get some tickets so you all got it back.
Anyway, Steve.
Deer hit. One.
Hey.
Wow.
We're gonna take the second camera.
It's random seating and reservation.
Don't waste school.
Do you have those little
Carrying it around like
Oh, yeah.
Yours is better, Bob.
I have some. Come take a picture of Austin.
Wait, they've been taking pictures, huh?
Look at the front.
I sent a lot away.
Nice, that?
Wow, I love that. Fantastic.
Love it.
Very neat.
I didn't tell him that.
These shots really came out great.
Still, where's your gun? Oh, you got it. We go.
Don't think so?
Make it all on record. We don't need to see
The way we're doing things, I don't know if anybody's leaving. Yeah. No, I would like to be there for a sound check too. That's very nice. That's very, How many should we do?
Hey, listen, man. Hey,
But Jerry. You can close the thing, Jerry.
Wait till you see what we did tonight.
You know why? Yeah. You know why I want to take it? I want to show Steinberg
So
tomorrow.
what's happening?
Exactly.
But we'd have to rent a machine to do that because we also want to tape them on the plane.
That's all right. No, you go with them. Marty and I could show it.
Yeah, but you have to have a machine to show it.
Yeah, I'll tell him to get a Sony tape recorder.
Okay, if you can tell him to get that, if he can do it, I'll give you the tape. It'd be
I'll tell him to
great.
get a Sony
It'd be
tape
great.
recorder. All right, you get it together. Okay.
Because if he sees what it is,
And we get his enthusiasm on it.
we can get the bread before we go.
Right. You can get it at least. You can get it out in California. Whatever you need to get in California.
No, I mean, it's difficult. I have to bring what I'm working with.
Well, you get whatever you need, and then we'll go from there.
I'm trying to put him off the Pennsylvania.
Are we on? Hello, Chicago. Boys, we want all you guys to know that we're out there at Max's this week, and we just got off the stage. As you can see, we're all pretty beat, and we just finished our first set of Sunday night, which means that we've got 2, 4, 6, 9 down and 3 to go, so to speak. So we're not exactly mounting bunnies and frolicking in the spring dew, but we certainly want you to know us. And you all remember me, I'm sure. I'm David. Now this is the fantastic, wonderful, incredible Johnny Thunder, who supplies our Hurricane Lightning guitar riffs back there. And
This is so
say hello to Erwin and Lou.
Hello, Erwin. Hello, Sue.
All the
Sue.
other boys.
Lou. This is Sylvain.
No offense, Lou.
Best guitar player in the world.
Sylvain, the soul of the New York Dolls, who is the man behind the man who works the Carvel machine.
He's the boss.
Still, if it's not okay with Still, it's not okay with Still, it doesn't happen.
By the union.
Still's the one I told you guys about who was in the fashion field before he got into this lousy racket. Over here we have the latest addition to our wonderful group, the fantastic Fatissimo, words can't describe. The man who plays the first instrument of them all, the drums, Neanderthal like a mother, Jerry Nolan. Jerry, say hello to the boys from Chicago and all the boys.
And the boys.
You know, all you guys who sit around that big table, that's what we're talking about. And you know Rod Stewart, and we want you to know what?
We're about to space.
Now over here, we have the inevitable, the exploding inevitable Arthur Kane. This is the man who supplies the bass power, the muscle, the man who works with Jerry to create a bottom for us little minuets to work off, and marionettes. We marionettes in the front to work off. This is Arthur Harold Kane, our extraordinary bassist, the essence of the bass player. I suggest remove your shades for a moment and
That's what the guys say.
show the boys.
Deep.
I mean, we know you know.
Interesting eyes.
Okay, well, what are they? As you can see, we're working very hard and we're drinking American beer. Our champagne supply was cut off last night. We overdid the budget and we're back on Budweiser. And we're still rocking steady. We want you boys to know that we're out here doing our bit and we hope that you boys are out there shaking them dead at the marketplace. Thank you. Yeah!
Bye!
You boys are doing a great job.
We love you! Thank you!
We heard about the reorders and we want you to keep up the good work. And Record World this week, tomorrow Billboard, the next day Cash Box.
And after that, the
world, boys. So let's get out there and get them, because we got the muscle if you got the hustle. So let's do it too. Alright. Okay, let's all get the fucking 5 Musketeers over here. Darlene, Cheryl, Annette, and Bobby. Boys.
Right.
Okay.
We're gonna play a couple of songs now that we've been doing. We've been taping for a few nights this week, and we're gonna kind of mix together like the highlights of every night or something. I'm not quite sure how it's gonna be after it's edited, but this is the general idea of what happens at Max's Kansas City, which is like a diamond cutter trying to relate to a foreign name. Thank you.
New York Dolls and like
little punk was sitting right in the front row center, and somebody told me about him later that he's this rich little punk who buys the front row at every concert and harasses the performers. This kid untied my shoe, and one song I caught him trying to tie my shoelaces together. Can you imagine? So I was doing this thing where
very attractive.
I was doing this thing where I was going back and forth, and he kept on trying to touch me. You know, he just wanted to bother me, and every time he would do something, he was like 15. Every time he would do something, he would give me this cute little look, like a little punk. So I was coming down the stage. I was doing a thing where I was, you know, shouting something out in a song, and I don't know what song it was. And I saw his hands were lying on the stage, and I just, as I walked by, and he jumped about 3 feet, and I grounded my heel into his hand. I could have broken every finger on his hand.
Oh, he probably loved it. You probably made it.
And for the rest of the show, he was just like this. He was like looking at his hand in a state of shock. He must have been stoned, and he didn't know what hit him. He probably woke up in the morning and his hand was like that. But he just didn't do a thing after that. He just sat there. That show was so hectic.
I didn't see it.
We came on the stage. We were barraged with confetti
from those girls. Yeah, Lillian told me.
The whole kit, though, and the whole front. The whole front was stacked with them. And they just barraged us constantly with confetti. Confetti was in my mouth. I would sing a song, and the different
you know what I should
vapors
make
would
you
fly out of my
do
mouth.
while you're here? I should get 3 postcards, and you should send them to Linda and to Kathy, because they can take care of them. do that? Because I don't have their address, but I have a friend of theirs' address, and so you saw him and you send it to them.
Right.
Anyway, yeah.
Remind me to do that.
We'll do it when we leave. But, yeah, I heard a lot of really mixed things about that show because I didn't see it. And Lillian loved it, and Lenny Kay loved it. And somebody else, Dave Morse, loved it. And Ray Coleman loved it. Do you know who Ray Coleman is?
It's a black guy, right?
No, Ray Coleman is the editor of Melody Maker. Now, Ray Coleman, I really shouldn't say this while the tape is going. Fuck. He is the strangest, creepiest, weirdest man. I really shouldn't say that. Can you do something? Can you write a fan you've never heard? But he said they have nothing to do with music and everything to do with rock and roll.
Yeah, I like that.
But he's like this old, weird, strange man, you know, and he's like, and he loved it. He just
And who's the assistant editor? He loves us too. What's his name?
No, Mick Watts, Richard Williams, and Roy Hollingworth both loved you, but now Mick Watts is the assistant editor. Who's a real piss face who used to be in New York, who's not there anymore. Roy Hollingworth.
I thought Mick Watts used to be in L.A. too.
Yeah, he was in New York, then L.A., and now he's back in London. Chris Charlesworth is here.
Roy
from
Hollingworth is
LA.
so wonderful.
Yeah, Roy's back in New York.
He sent me this letter the other night at Max's. He came to see us and he sent me this letter backstage. He said, David, you're so necessary. And that was so great.
He got really mad at me because in one of my fashion columns in Cream, I wrote about how all the people at Max's now walking around imitating what you all look like. And I said, and Johnny himself was walking around in a red leather suit, bought no doubt with the money that he got from Mercury. And he said he didn't buy it with the money he got from Mercury.
That's my suit. I designed it. I wore it. Except it makes your basket look like it comes down to your knee. And everybody would always say, hey, where'd you get that basket? Whenever I walk down the street, everybody would have something to say. So I traded it to Johnny for a pair of pink boots. And I think a pair of black leather pants if you were into. But everybody had something to say about
What do you think? What do you think? What do you think about the clothes that the kids are wearing out here? I mean, do you think that they're more costumes than there are in New York?
More costumes.
Yeah, costumes. I don't mean outfits. I mean costumes.
I think they're more into costumes. Yeah. Where in New York they're more into outfits. I mean, people are more coordinated. The way they dress.
In New York.
Yeah, you know, some people will throw on their Rolling Stones t-shirt and their rhinestone studded hypodermic needle pin and put their hat on backwards.
Is it really that? I haven't seen it. Is it really a rhinestone studded hypodermic needle pin?
Yeah.
That's good. You know what they're making in Amsterdam? They're making these pendants that you wear around your mouth with big mouth stuck open with the tongue sticking out with a quaalude on it. Have you seen those?
I said to those kids last night, I said, I thought they took quaaludes off the market after one number. I said, your enthusiasm is overwhelming.
You know what
I thought they took quaaludes off the market. And everybody, as soon as I said quaaludes, everybody started shouting.
The first time they had a response.
Did you say quaaludes? Somebody said quaaludes.
Who else did you talk to from the press out here? Did you talk to any of the straight press, like Hilburn or any of those? Did you read what he wrote in the LA Times yesterday? He thought you wrote pills? But he thought you wrote pills? That's my favorite. No.
We were poor, of course. Definitely. We were Salvation Army, you know.
And what about makeup?
Well, makeup, you know, when we were playing, when we first started, we used to wear a lot. We used to put a lot of shine, a lot of more garishness with the eyes. But I don't really think that makes anybody look good. At that time, you know, we did it because it was like a reflection of the audience. I mean, the audience at the Oscar Wilde used to be so fabulous. Those kids, that dance floor. I mean, it was all my favorite people were out there. And so we always...
it was like family or something. Really, yeah.
But all really, really good people, though, wasn't it? I mean, everybody out there, I could, like, watch people on the stage and just reflect them. You know, like I would become whoever I was looking at. I would do all their little things, or whoever I saw. And if I saw they were watching, I would do one of their things, which was great. Here, I'm still doing them. You know what I mean? I like took them on the road. That's kind of what I do. Yeah. So we used to get up, like, kind of like we were like the court jesters of the Oscar Wilde, so to speak.
Well, it wasn't really like the court jesters. It was like you were acting it out for a lot of them, you know. I mean, a lot of them were actors and actresses anyway.
Right.
And just like what was ridiculous, all those people. But I mean, it's like at the Apollo, like a lot of the black performers at the Apollo. I mean, managing the group.
Not in the financial sense at all. In the creative sense, I do. In the creative sense, as far
But not
as,
even in a financial sense. I mean, not even like, like the Marty and Steve sort of like, they wouldn't really make any decisions without checking with you.
oh no, they always check with me, especially Marty. And Steve comes up with very crazy ideas,
Steve is a hoot.
He's a great guy. We call Steve the boss from the East Coast. And Marty is like our personal,
Yeah.
And Marty really is.
Marty's
great.
good though, because Marty calls a lot of other people and asks their opinions too. Marty's always like sort of checking other people's opinions.
So involved.
This morning he said to me on the phone, he said, "Tell me the truth." He said, "Do you think that the audience would be offended if they came out tonight to listen to Nancy?"
I told him we're all going to come out and hit the
I said, "Oh no, I think that would be really sweet."
We're all going to come out and hit
But you told me the first time I ever interviewed you, before you were signed or anything, you said that when you went to Germany, you were just like Hitler was mad. We're going to go see the Stones in Berlin next month. And, I mean, I'm dying to go to Berlin because I'm dying to see what the audiences are like. I don't really care that much about the Stones.
Bottles. I mean, at Jeff Beck, did you hear that? Where they had the American flag hanging up? I know.
But I can't, the Stones are not, they're not interesting really to me anymore. I mean, I like to see
Imagine Jeff
them.
Beck and Carmen Apici and those guys belong. They had a British flag and an American flag, and all the kids started throwing their wine bottles at the American flag. And Jeff Beck just said, "Fuck you," and left the stage, and he put the flag. They cleaned the theater out.
I can't wait to go to Berlin. I've never been there.
Can you imagine they'd be that offended by the American flag where they would bomb their favorite group, barrage their favorite group with wine bottles, and miss an act that they had to pay to see, being that vehement about
well, I don't think that
they
may not have thought that he was really going to actually leave. They may just have
risk
carried
that,
on.
though.
Especially with Jeff Beck.
I saw Iggy at the Ritz in Staten Island. Did you ever go to the Ritz? That was incredible. And that place was
The only
full.
thing worse than the Ritz was like, what was that thing? Howard
That
Stein's.
was worse. I thought that was the greatest.
No, but wait a minute. No, but I'm talking about on the level of like, people acting out.
The sleaze that went there.
What was that thing Howard Stein had? That garbage dump. But what was that garbage dump that Howard Stein had up in the? Well, what was that called?
The Capitol.
No. What was that outdoor garbage dump that Howard Stein had? Gaelic Park. That was the only thing
That's
that
in
almost.
near Van Carlton Park.
You were never there? It was like the city dump. It was literally like he decided to hold rock concert in the city
That must
dump.
have been great.
It was unbelievable. You were scared to go there, remember?
Hollywood are drag queens. They are. I was thinking now, last night on stage I was looking at, and I do play games when I'm on stage to kind of keep me
Going.
bored. And I'll count the platinums or do this or I'll do that.
Do you ever forget the lyrics?
Are you kidding?
No.
After all that. Those lyrics, I just click it on and they come in. And if I forget them anyway, like there's some songs that I'll never sing the same lyrics twice to. Like Mystery Girl, that song we do, Who's the Mystery Girl? I change the entire lyric content of that song every time I do it. I just make it up as I go along. Last night I said, I said a kiss on the hand may be quite continental and diamonds are a girl's best friend, but you're gonna wind up with pearls, honey, because you're taking it up from the wrong end. And I went, honey, like that.
Did they laugh?
They just look at me like, why are you saying that? And when I said the wrong end, they went like this. And then I say,
Do you have this all on tape? Oh, that's great.
Then I say, so who's the one I'm trying to tuck you into bed? I'm trying to calm you like a mystery girl. But who's the one who tries to kick me on the floor and tries to beat me like a scatter rug? I'm talking about your love. And Johnny still go, who's the mystery girl? And I say, I want to know. Who's the mystery girl? And then I say, you're the one, you're going to show him your queen. You're going to show him Paris Street. You're going to show him in Paris you can roam. So I'll say a different country. Sometimes I'll say Rome. And in Italy you can roam, so I can get a little double entendre there. And then I'll say, But how come every time you hit the streets, you got them shouting, Yankee, go home, and I go, Yankee, go home. Sometimes I say, this song is about American girls in Paris, or something like that. That's how I introduce the song. I've never been to Paris in my life.
Oh, you know that I keep getting, I write for a magazine in Paris, and I wrote once about you, and I just sent them one picture.
About it.
They love you in Paris. I don't stop getting mail from this magazine
Well,
to send you more
record
stuff.
next week or something.
Oh, no, you really should go there. The Olympia Theater would be fabulous.
I know.
Paris
To be on a
is like
variety show at the Olympia Theater would be great.
I saw Alice there. Alice bombed there, though.
He did.
Well,
Was it
I wouldn't say
technical,
bomb. No, more emotional. But so did the Jackson 5, you know, and the Jackson 5 does well everywhere. Well, I wouldn't say bombed. I would say that it took him until the very final end of throwing out the posters to get them up.
Oh, to get them up. I don't even try to get them up.
Well, to get them to
I
do
don't
anything.
want them.
Well, I wouldn't know if it's
That's what Steve
bombing.
always tells me. He says, oh, you have to get...
Steve Believer.
Yeah.
Well, it's very old-fashioned. No, that's a very old-fashioned concept of audience reaction. You know, it's like the other night, Danny Field and Steve Paul were talking, and so Steve Paul said,
A club called Zeros. This is when Billy was still. We played the gig, and we came in, and I said, I kept on saying to Steve, why are we talking to Glenn Coleman? They're going to kill us. Because this was a long time ago. We were much less confident on stage presence and stuff like that. And we weren't that proficient musically. I mean, now I'm confident when I'm on stage because I know that they're going to be there. The notes are going to be there when they're supposed to. I'm not going to have to like stand there and wait for the next bit to happen. You know what I mean? So I used to be a little uptight about that, especially out of town in New York. They understood we just kind of flailed away in New York, and everybody got it. But I mean, out here, I figured we were just too weird for this scene. So we showed up at the place. And all these guys are out there on their motorcycles and their chicks on their motorcycles and they're wasting GTOs up and down the strip. It's like 1966, you know what I mean? That whole crowd cruising up and down in front of the school trying to pick up chicks, that kind of shit. And these guys are old too. You know, I mean, they're like back from the war. They're just like eternal teenagers. Remember that Vietnam War. And revving up their engine. So I said, my God, what is going to happen? And we were all having this very traumatic scene with each other, which I don't want to get into. And so we went on the stage, like creeped onto the stage. And the whole first band was like playing Jethro Tull songs and things, and everybody was dancing and stuff. And we kind of creeped onto the stage. First of all, we came in and we were going upstairs and we had a whole bunch of friends with us and everything. And the guy stops us in front of the door and he says, "No girls in the dressing room." And I was like this. And if you know Tony, he's one of the guys who works in the office. He was with us. He's just not cut out for this kind of thing. So he's saying, okay. And he said, it's big bruisers who are running this place. And so, this is the kind of place where the young rascals would be a smash in a place like this. You know what I mean? Or something like that. So we came onto the stage, and as soon as we hit into personality crisis, I wish we had this one on tape. What was that called? As soon as we hit that personality crisis, all the girls stopped, walked away from their boyfriends, and walked to the front of the stage and just crowded, like, 10 deep in front of the stage. All the boys were in the back there, and they just started looking at each other, like, what is going on? And then, without further ado, they just started beating the shit out of each other. These guys.
Oh, the boys?
They were picking up chairs and beating each other over there. It was just, I couldn't believe it. I was in a state of shock. Then they started coming at us. And the doors were open, the bouncers had opened up the exit doors and was just starting to push them out. And they were attacking the stage, and there was a big bouncer on each end of the stage that every time one would come near me, I was trying to sing the songs, they would just pick them up and push them back into the stage. It was like the Alamo. Remember Walt Disney's Alamo, when they kept on pushing the ladders over when the Mexicans were coming up the thing? It was like that, but we were like, and Davy Crockett and Danny Boone had to stay there and keep on shooting. It was like we had to stand there and keep on singing. And I couldn't believe what was going on. It was going on in my mind, and we were looking at each other in horror, and we were just trying to get it on because we had a contract. We had to do at least 6 songs. It's like they have in contracts how many songs you have to do.
Really?
You have to do at least 6 songs, or you have to do at least 40 minutes, or at least or they don't pay you. No matter what the circumstance, because if they don't have to pay you, they're okay. So anyway, the whole place was wrecked. There were bodies on the floor. It was like this whole rumble in Zeros.
Well, when?
Oh, when? It was months and months when we first got together. The place was wrecked, and the owner of the place, we go into the back into the stage room. They like rush us to the back. The owner comes back, picks me up. I was leaning over the kitchen bar to take a bottle and pour myself a drink. I was a nervous wreck. He picks me up and throws me against the wall. And I hit the wall and I look at this guy, smoke is coming out of his nose. I figured I'll take the 10 count, so I just kind of go down. I'm not gonna mess with this. I figured nothing's broken, I won't push it. Then he takes Billy. He had taken Billy, as he came in to get and did that to me, he had dragged Billy across the floor because Billy was on the stage making this speech about, he was standing on a chair making this speech about what scumbags these people were and how old-fashioned they were and how they're never going to get it together. And he said, I bet the boys go home with the boys and the girls go home with the girls, don't they? He was saying, why don't you scumbags get it together? He was really vehement. He was like, you know, really screaming. And the guy grabbed him by the hair and dragged him across the ballroom into the kitchen, started beating him up. So I jumped over and pulled him out of the guy's way, and the guy turned around and grabbed Tony. And this is the funniest part. Tony was on the floor, I forget the guy's name, Muggs or something. Big Jack. I don't remember. There was like 3 of them. They were monsters. And we were all on horror. I mean, we were completely in horror. We didn't know if they were going to cement us and throw us in the river or kill us right there.
You had no manager then?
Yeah, we had a manager, but he wasn't there. They said, you know, Tony was like the representative. He's from the office, and he came. And I had envisioned this before it happened, and everybody said, no, are you kidding? They're ready for it. They're ready for it. And I was saying, yeah, sure. And so the guy is going to do Tony and Tony's going, oh no, please. Don't do it. And I was just saying, just cool it, man. Take it easy. Calm down. Let's talk about this. Anything. Let's have a drink. I mean, give us a break, for Christ's sake. And he's saying that we ruined his club. We started a riot. We incited a riot in his club. And, you know, it was a conspiracy. We came in this place with a conspiracy to destroy zeros.
Zero.
Give the place a big 0. It was just incredible. Then we were all so crazed after that, and we all got really drunk, and we were fighting with each other. We had a rumble in the parking lot between the 5 of us where we all just beat each other to smithereens. It was the most incredible night, and Billy and I were screaming at each other, like this far away, screaming at the top of our lungs at each other, like 2 Puerto Rican bitches, just screaming. He blamed me and I blamed him. And we just screamed. And we were rolling around in the gravel on the floor, and Sil would jump in and stuff like that, and then everybody would jump in. It was like a free-for-all. We would just had to get it out, you know. Whenever we had to get it out, we just beat each other up.
Really? Still?
Yeah.
Weird face.
We went to Roslyn and somebody dosed us in Roslyn.
Where?
A couple of weeks ago, like 2 weeks ago, I didn't know what it was. I didn't care. I mean, it was after the second set, and these kids all come out in their shiny cars, but now they're all like dyeing their hair, and the boys are wearing big earrings and everything, and they're into a different kind of a trip.
In Roslyn?
I mean, well, they came from all over Long Island to see us. And so it was a great crowd. I mean, they weren't that hip, but they really were intent on you know, digging it. I couldn't even walk. It was like the set was about to begin. I was saying, Johnny, I just can't do it. You have to tell him I can't do it. And he was saying, yeah, sure, Dave. I was throwing up. Everybody was throwing up. And we were drinking this cheap cognac. I don't know what it was, Hennessy or something. It was horrible. And besides that, I was on something, and I had no idea what it was. And so all of a sudden, Francis got the wet towel around my head. All of a sudden, I'm in Sil and Johnny's arms, and I'm in front of the microphone on the stage, and all the kids are just singing up again. I did the first set. We opened up with like Hoochie Coochie Man, and I did it sitting on the floor, and just the whole song I just sat on the floor, and then gradually I like worked my way up. And kind of hung on, and then we went through this great show, but I was giving this incredible discourses in between every song, and I was saying, you motherfuckers, this is the best show you ever saw. This is the heaviest fucking experience you've ever had. And they were going, yeah. But we do have a tape of it. We don't have the video.
Really?
We have a tape that I want to release it in some way, but maybe give it out as a Christmas present or something.
Make like a 45 disc of it and put it with your next album.
Yes, or for a Christmas card.
Well, like the Beatles used to release. No, the Beatles had the fan club. They used to release their
Right, something
Christmas
like that. This
records.
would be great. Because I was just raving, drunk, and mad, and I was just scared. But I felt great. I wasn't like mad. I was mad nuts. I felt great. I was just, this is a good.
Doesn't that happen? What'd you say?
She said, we come up with beautiful father and she was a famous opera singer. And my father used to sing like Gilbert and Sullivan in
And
the
then you
30s.
tell me I love that.
And she said, what's his name? And I said, Gruen Johansson. And the other one said, Gruen Johansson, blah, 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 takes lessons from him. And I said, that's the one. And that is my father's name, Gruen Johansson, but it's an insurance salesman. And she was freaked out, and they were just jotting it down, and the other one had the tape going. And she said, what book are you reading right now? And I said, I'm reading Remembrance of Things Past. And she said, oh, Proust, I think that's just wonderful. And she said, why are you reading that? I said, well, I'm very interested in society at the turn of the century. I want to know how I can relate it to my present situation. And she said, present situation? I said, yes, I do get around. I said, I don't have to do this. I just do this for a hobby. I said, I get around. They take me everywhere. And she believed every word I said.
That's fabulous. Look right in print. What do you? If she prints it.
I guess she'll print it.
Well, you never know. Half of these people are full of shit. You know, I mean, they're just trying to meet you or something. That's the
because
problem.
she wanted to take me out of there. I was at Rodney. She said, let's go to Gino's.
Who? Tino's? That's 77
No,
something.
Gino's. Maybe she meant
Gino's? That's a gay bar.
Yeah, that's what she wanted to take me. She assumed that was me. She wanted to take me to Gino's. She said, we only have to stay for a little while. I said, I've been through the Gino's.
Hollywood is very funny, though. I mean, it's pathetic on so many levels, you know, and they're dead and all that, but it's very funny. I mean, every time I come here, I just laugh.
I snap my fingers and say, cool.
I want to take pictures of you in front of, like, the classic cat and all that stuff, you know, all those good things. Yeah, we should go.
When I first got here, I went to the Continental, and there was it's a cocktail bar down there. And I made the woman sing California, Here I Come, and 77 Sunset Strip.
Yeah, right.
I said, I can't get into this town until I hear these songs. And I gave her $2 on the piano. I said, you take tips, don't you? And she said, of course I take tips.
Like waters.
And this guy was sitting at the piano. You know, they drink around the piano. And she didn't know Sunset Strip. And he's going, you know how it goes. He was telling her, and everybody around the piano was doing it. She was trying to pick it out on the piano desperately for this $1. It was incredible.
Oh, so sad.
She's in color. This is very
Yeah,
pink.
but hurry up, let go the lollipops. Just you can finish and the lollipops is bad.
I just love that. Isn't
Hurry
that
up, hurry
blue?
up. Very fast because the parents are coming. Quick.
Oh, I see. Everybody gets
Turn on your face.
Luke Hell.
Okay.
No
Come
hospital.
on.
I should have a big comb in my back pocket. Big brush. A big brush.
Want a brush?
It's such an organic brush though. Wood.
Yeah, I know. Well, we can go into the garden and
It's kind of the 25 cent.
Want it or not?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I don't know what props. Oh, stylish. I hope we don't get arrested. Why should we?
I'm gonna get beaten up.
We're attacking the crowd.
Is Frederick's coming in these things too? Yeah.
I got Dennis's keys.
Oh, look at this, David. Oh, I'm going to get it.
It's like a movie. Oh. You want sideburns ones in again? Yeah.
Does anybody have 2 quarters for half $1? Wait, does anybody have 2 quarters for half $1? Oh, do you? Oh, fabulous. Thank you so much. Oh, you only have 1 quarter. Wait, let me see if I have 2 dollars. You have a dog or like 2 quarters for half $1? Now she said to me. Yes, look, I told you, you love it.
Here, Lisa, I have a quarter.
Oh, it's the color. Wow, watch it. Come on, it's a million stars, though.
No, wait, we got to first go to Frederick, then back to the stars.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty good.
I'm on over there, see the G-strings and the babies, that little thing over there, it's like the whole side of the stairs. Like, just stand in front of this window, maybe. This pink window.
This color?
Those shoes. Look at those shoes. Oh, those are those heavy shoes. I like the working shoes. Look at the Egyptian with her hair on dancing after the face.
No, I'd like to bang it.
I like that big window.
How come you didn't take that?